Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent.
Hello everyone, my name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So welcome back into the learning and development webinar. So if at any point, if you have any question or if you want to know more about the GSDC, please feel free to use the chat box. We'll be keeping an eye on it. And some of the participants have asked for the recording in the chat box. So the later you can find the recording on our social media platform. So you can go over there for the recordings. Just allow me a minute. Please let me share my screen. So on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all into the GSDC Studio Learning and Practice Real World Learning and Development Case Studies across industries. In this webinar, you will be unlocking the secrets behind industry-leading learning and development transformation by learning from the real-world case studies which you can apply in your daily professional lives. So one of the things which make this webinar amazing is the amazing panel of speakers we have lined up for you. Some of them have already given an incredible, insightful session, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. So for those who are joining with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB. We till yet 250,000 professionals have been certified with us. We have a 500 plus subject matter experts who contribute to our program. We are associated with 1,000 plus multinational companies and 50 plus university worldwide. And we have 100 plus training providers who support into the training programs. Till yet, we have 100 plus certification in our portfolio. So these are the training partners who are associated with us from the Asia, Canada, Africa, Australia, Nigeria, US, UK, Singapore, and many more. So a special thanks to all of our training providers to contributing in our training program. A very special thanks to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for all of the press release and to help us amplify and initiate to reach out to the wider global audience. So I wanted to make an announcement. We have just launched a very unique platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In this session, you will be getting 100 plus lively monthly session with global expert, which include 4 daily session, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, session from global experts, learn directly from AI leaders around the world, real-time practice, you can apply concept immediately and get your question answered, certification ready, training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. Now, how you can get the benefit of GSTC AI Studio? Well, let me tell you. So there are three ways. First, you can get a free 30-day access in which you will get 80 plus live session per month, access to full GSTC Studio. Second, you will get the GSTC lifelong membership on $109 and you will be upgrading to Pro, and you will get the lifetime access, 80 plus live session per month, access to full GSTC Studio, free GSTC membership. You will also get the LinkedIn profile improver, and apart from that, you can get the GSTC certification lifetime membership. So this is for a very limited time of offer. Make sure you're grabbing this offer, which is starting from $100. In this, you will get the GSTC certification, all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone project plus AI tool, GSTC Copilot, and competency assessment tool. As I told you, we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, which include the learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, Agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. With that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker, Dominic Tagore Almeida. So he is a EPIC IT Senior Director, Project Management and CIO Middle East at a global logistic company. And if I tell you more about the Dominic, so he's also a global IT leader, author, and filmmaker who blend technologies, creativity, and humanism with nearly 2 decades of experience driving digital transformation across enterprises. He is also the author of The Emperor Cried, The Goon Who Sold His Fanny, and director of films featured at the Canon Short Film Corner. Through his books, films, and podcasts, a pint of impassable wisdom. Tagore promotes his lifelong motto: one world, one faith, one race, one color, just a different face. And he is going to lead the session today on learning beyond logic how AI, empathy, and creativity are redefining human development. So, a very warm welcome to Dominic. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. And before handing over the virtual mic, let me just give you a quick reminder. If you have any question regarding the GSDC, or if you want to ask any question from Dominic regarding the session, please feel free to use the chat box. That way we know you are with us and you're learning from this absorbing insight amazing session. And now the stage is all yours.
Hello, thank you, Pratibha. Thank you so much. And oh my God, there seem to be people here who are going to listen to me. So I better behave and I better try and do a good job. So, as Pratibha said, this is a summit part of the GSDC AI Studio, and I'm sure you've had wonderful people talking to you, and you're still going to have wonderful people talking to you as well. But I'm going to be talking about how AI, empathy, and creativity are redefining human development. So welcome to the session. The next slide is apparently my favorite slide as per my wife, because it gets I get to talk about me. So here we go. So I am Tagore Almeida. You see some really strange icons on the right. There's cinema, there's films, and then at the bottom there is the globe. There's a human being, and it's got a heart in it. In the middle is my LinkedIn profile, so you can scan it. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love it. But if the LinkedIn profile says Dominic Almeida, don't be alarmed, it's still me. And let me tell you this, I am Tagore Almeida. I have been a global technology leader with Fortune 500 companies, and that includes a leading entertainment company that's been headed by a mouse. There's been a leading automotive company. There's been a leading logistics company, and so forth. I go as Dominic Almeida in that professional IT technology world. But again, who I really am is Tagore Almeida, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about. So besides that, please do connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to get in touch with you guys. I'm a published feature film writer. So I've written 2 feature films. One of them was made in the south of India, which a language I didn't speak, and one of them was done in the good old Hindi film industry, as the worldwide we know it as Bollywood. I'm also a short film writer, a producer, and a director. And I've been very fortunate to have some of my short films go through some of the most prestigious film festivals in the world, including Cannes, including Asians on Film in LA, All Lights Film Festival, and so forth. I have also been blessed to have been an international jury member for short films at one of these festivals. And I want to just break out for a second here and basically tell you that this particular thing, being a jury member, was perhaps one of the biggest, greatest achievements and emotional moments in my life, because along with me, the other 2 jury members were a filmmaker lady from Iran, who was very amazing at storytelling and how she knew the art of cinema, and the other person was a filmmaker from Israel. And we sat down there in this little projection room for like 2 days in a row, watching short films from all over the world. Great stories. And I wish the world was a fly on the wall, just watching us get along, especially these 2 getting along. And we became friends. We used to have breakfasts together because we were all staying in the same hotel. We used to have meet for breakfast. We used to have dinners together. Lunches were obviously on the premises. And it was very, very emotional moment for me. Now, I'm sure there's lots of filmmakers, there's lots of writers, producers, jury members, but I did all of this, and I became an author, and I became a podcaster for about 5 years. And I could do all of this for 2 reasons. One, I had the human heart and the dream and the desire to do this. But most importantly, I did this when I was still a global technology leader. So while I was traveling the world, traveling around the Middle East and Africa and wherever else, I was still making time to do all of this because technology connected me with everybody I needed to be connected with. And to put it bluntly, I was a technology evangelist. I was using technology, not just databases and ERPs and cybersecurity and SaaS and whatever during my global technology hours, but I was using technology to connect the world together, or at least my world, right from emails to Skype and Zoom calls and whatever, to everything. But all the purpose was to stay connected to people. Because above all these things that I've done, I have focused on using technology for the betterment of humanity. So that's me in a nutshell. I do hope that you will connect with me. Now going to the next slide. What you will hear today, because this is about you. What you're going to hear today is that the future of learning does not belong to those who can teach or learn the most. Really not. Because that's what we think. Oh, we want to have a great trainer. We want to have some great people who are going to be in the class who are going to learn. It doesn't belong to them. All right? It's not about them. Also, the whole world is talking about digital transformation. My question is, being an IT guy and being so focused on people and everything else, I'm saying, what really creates transformation? And I'm going to give you an example about that from my personal life. And I want you to think about how you could have done something better in the past, or how you could use it for an upcoming moment, including avoiding all those strange uncles and aunties that you have to put up with at a family meeting. Okay? Technology must not just align with the mind. I think we've had a lot of that, especially in the years that I was growing up with, when I entered the industry, and what training and technology was mainly about providing a platform, getting results done, and that's it. And even trainings, because I trained senior people in the early days on like Word and Project and whatsoever. And I always try to teach them not just the tools, especially project management, but about the concept, about being connected with people and so forth. So there was a curriculum from Microsoft. That was great, but that guided me on what I had to provide my learners with. And last of all, technology and its use in this feature film called Life. Sorry, excuse the cinema influence here. Now, before I go into anything else, I have always addressed, especially in my corporate life, but also in my film life, I have always addressed things with the what, the why, and the how. We all come together for meetings and we say, what's the problem? What's the opportunity? But we're all looking at the what from different perspectives. Nobody comes into a meeting if there isn't something for them in it. Okay? And that's just the human nature. So what I'm saying, when we're looking at the what, don't look at it through the mind. Look at it through the heart. Make sure that all of us are looking at what is the opportunity, the challenge, whatever else it may be. But we're looking at it through our hearts, so that we're all connected at what we're looking at. Why? That's really the purpose. Why are we looking at the opportunity or the challenge? What's in it for us? Is it an unhappy customer? Is it something that we can do better? Is there a growth opportunity, or is there a challenge that we can actually address and fix it? Okay? And once we all come emotionally connected to the what and the why, we then go to the how. Because now we know what we're doing. We're seeing it through the same lens. We know why we have to do it through the same lens. We now go to the why, and that comes from the mind. As I said, I have worked with this concept all throughout my career, especially as I became into a leadership role. I've always been able to do it. Okay? And as an example, I say, whether it's, even if it's a small thing like a meeting, okay, a family meet, okay, or even an online summit like the one we're in now. So what are we here for? We're here to find out about technology and humanity. Why? Because that's the future of us, our children, and the world around us. And how we're going to do it is what the rest of this presentation is going to be all about. The evolution of teaching. 80s kid, teaching was, as you see on the left hand side, teaching was all about minds. And today my daughter's in school, and what I see is that her school and everything that her methodology of being taught is she's being taught to her heart. So in the past, learning was just about information sharing. We had manuals and we had everything else, and it was purely information transfer. And what happened was, after you walked out of it, or after you left that role, or after you left the company, you tend to sort of leave that information because it was not relevant anymore. Presently, we've gone a step further. We're doing gamification of training modules. We've got learning management systems that are keeping a track and helping us learn, but it's still transactional. And we can't kid ourselves, but it is. The future. I think the future belongs to AI. AI learning that adopts, listens, and personalizes. So you could take a subject matter and you could train it for Tagore in a certain way, saying, oh, he's from India, he's traveled the world, he's been a CIO, he's a filmmaker, he's an author. So let me take this subject matter and personalize it that speaks that language. And you could take that for, say, Mr. Lee, and say, Mr. Lee's a spiritual person, he's a calm person, he's an introvert, and so forth. And let me take that same subject matter, use AI to personalize it for him. And the important thing is, because I believe that learning now involves teaching the hearts, not just the minds. I'm going to take a moment here and I'm going to ask you to do two things for me. One is in the chat, I want you to write down which part of the world you come from, because I'll just like to know what the analytics of this whole session are. Once you do that, then I want you to take a pen and paper if you have that, and I want you to think about a time when you could have actually focused more on the heart of the people that you were dealing with than on the mind. All right? It could have been anything, or maybe it's something that's coming up and you're getting an idea on how to do it. And to help you do that, let me tell you a story about something that I experienced when I was the CIO in the Middle East, and one of my countries that I looked after was Saudi Arabia. So we had 100 million plus account with a particular customer. It was not in a good place at all. The customer hated us, and when it came to the company itself, the business hated us, the IT guys. The IT hated the business, the operations rather. The operations also hated the BD guys because they thought it was a complete mess. And then in walked good old me, and the first thing that I did was I just heard a lot of noise from everyone. Now, technology is something that I have to know. It's given. I went to college, trust me. And I've evolved as a technology leader. But what I decided to do was keep all of the technology aside. I had people on my team who were experts in databases, infrastructure, security, project management. So I said, that's this. My thing was to fix the misalignment. So I did three parallel things. I spoke to my operations guys. I said, you know what, guys? I agree, you have lots of IT problems, but from now on, the only person that you're going to complain about IT is me. Because it's my job, it's my responsibility to listen to you and to fix it. I went to the IT guys and said, yeah, I know this operations guys don't know anything, fair enough, but everything that you need to complain or you need to tell them, you tell it to me, and I will become the bridge between this. And at the same time, I went to the customer and I said, you know what problems are you having with my company? And they said, oh, your operations are bad in your IT. I said, no, listen, don't talk about my operations and my IT because you don't know what the problem is. Talk to me about the shortcomings of my company. Let me then go and find out whether it's the operations or the IT. But let me be the single point of contact to fix your problems. I think the customer felt some sort of a level of comfort. The operations guys felt good that they could complain to somebody, and the IT guys felt they had somebody who could protect them from everything else. What I realized was that the problem wasn't technology. And I'll tell you something, we didn't change a single technology platform from the day I'd come in to 8 months later when the customer said to us, wow, we didn't change anything in terms of technology. All we changed was how people connected. I got 4 people from our global team seconded to me, and along with my Saudi team, we started working on this. I started talking to the customer more, the business more, the IT guys more. And before you knew it, 8 months later, I remember it was December, me and my global CIO were in the same room with the Saudi guys. And they said, hey guys, you've done a great job, all of you, lots of improvement, and especially you IT guys. Wow, what a transformation. Now, as I said, we had changed nothing in the technology landscape. All we had changed was the heart and how we worked. There was another problem, and that was my problem. Even though this was all looking very good, my IT guys had formed their own teams within IT. The product manager would say, oh, I've sent an email to the infrastructure guy, he hasn't done it yet. Have you chased up? No. I go to the infrastructure guy, have you received? Yes, but that guy has really sent me an email, I'm not clear, he didn't come to talk to me. I was like, whoa. Doesn't this happen in all the families? So what I did was, one weekend, it was a Wednesday afternoon, because the weekends were Thursday, Fridays. I called all of them into the conference room, the whole IT team, and I had 3 Saudi women who were also working with me. I called all of them into the conference room, and I had bought them lunch, and I said, I want all of you guys to do me a project. This has got nothing to do with IT. You've got 3 months, exactly 3 months. And I put all of them into small groups based on how I think they should have been, except for the women. And I said, each group is going to make a film. They were like, what? I'm like, each one of you are going to make a film. It's going to be no longer than 10 minutes. It's going to be 5 to 10 minutes, no longer than 10 minutes, no shorter than 5 minutes. You choose the theme. You write the script. You go shoot it. You edit it. You copy music. You put it together and make sure that it comes to my desk either in a sealed envelope or registered post. Okay, because I was based in Dubai, by the 31st of the month, 3 months later. They thought it was the most craziest thing that they had to do. But they loved me because I was protecting them from the business. So they were like, yeah, okay. They laughed a bit. And I said, these 3 ladies are going to be my jury members. So they're going to laugh at you guys, at your films, at your acting skills. And that was it. Now, in those 3 months, what happened was, these guys would say, hey, what are you guys doing about this? What have you guys done? Have you finished your script? No, we haven't. What are you guys talking about? And all of a sudden, they were ganging up as a group against me. So on a weekend, they were like, what are you guys doing on the film? Oh, we're filming at so-and-so park. And one of the other teams would say like, can I come? And there was first a bit of hesitation, but then it gradually went, yeah, can you? And do you mind holding like a lamp for us? Or do you mind being the boom guy for us? And then it went to, I don't know how to edit. But what this did was, they got them to trust each other. They began going for coffees after work, after filming. And before you knew it, they were helping each other to do a strange thing called making films. I got the films, me and the girls were the jury members, and we all got lunch. We sat in the conference room, watched the films, and we had a laugh at each other. Now, working together on a office project was no longer an email. He was picking up the phone and saying, hey, I need your help on this. Can you give me this? And the other guy wasn't saying, oh, send it to me by email. No, he was like, yeah, sure, I can do this, I can do that. And before you knew it, the IT team became one. I went a step further. I went to all the BD guys and the ops guys who I had become friends with, and they were happy with me. I said, I'm buying you guys pizza one lunchtime. Can you come in there? I want to show you some films. At first they were all like, well, why? I said, come in, please do it for me. And we showed them all these short films. And they started laughing at the IT guys. And they had a good time. And then the corridor conversations between the IT guys were like respectful. They had humor. But all of a sudden, that's where the magic happened. So now I want you to think, could you have done something like this where you could have connected people either in the past or something that you're working on in the future? Write it down. It's important that you write it down for yourself. And if you want to share it on the chat, that's even amazing. But I want you to do this predominantly for yourself. Now, empathy as a curriculum. You know, what I'm going to talk about next results in learners being seen, being heard, and above all being valued. All right. Empathy is and always must be a strategic capability. It's not a soft skill. You can't say empathy is a soft skill because it has to be a strategic capability. If you're going to lead a team, whether as a team lead, as a team manager, as a function lead, or as a CEO, you have got to make sure that you have empathy embedded as a strategic capability. People don't change, okay? They resist being changed without being understood. And I'm going to read that line again. People don't resist change. They resist being changed without being understood. And I've seen that. I've seen that because I've worked with people from different backgrounds. Americans, the English, the Irish, the Europeans, the Africans. My God, the continent of Africa is so huge, so many countries. The Middle East, Asia Pacific, 12 countries of this. And you know what? At the end of the day, I've noticed one thing. We're all the same. We just have to say hello, maybe in a different language, maybe in a different style. Okay? And when you want to change something in, people will resist it if you don't understand their stand first. We have to embed empathy in learning designs in AI algorithms, and above all in leadership behavior. That is so. This is really the curriculum, okay, of all the things that we're going to pass on to people and how we deal with people, because this results in people being seen, being heard, and being valued. Now, the human core of AI. Can you imagine? I'm actually believing that AI has a human core. Yes, it does. Okay, this is another story about me. I want you to make notes of this because I want you to think about how you can do something like this. Okay, turning poetry into AI music. Okay, and that has basically reveals my poetic humanity. So I grew up in London. I was a student in London. London was a huge culture shock for me. My first creative flow was not writing books or writing films. It was writing really bad poetry. I would write about having a crush on a girl, and 2 or 3 weeks later writing about being dumped by the girl. I was influenced by John Lennon and Bob Dylan and all these people, so I was writing about anti-racism, writing about inequality in the world, about poverty and all. So as time went by, I had sat down on about 250 of such verses. Nobody wanted to read them. Not even the girls that I wrote them for. Okay? Nobody wanted to read them. So they were just sitting in my drawer. I'm currently working on my next film, and I was writing a scene, and I thought, you know what? What's really going to elevate this scene is the right background score. So I didn't want to call up my film music director, who's currently in Canada. I said, you know what, I'm just going to go into AI and I'm going to give it a prompt. I'm going to be really emotional about what sort of music I'm looking for, what sort of genre, and blah, 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 what sort of instruments. And what I got out was like, wow. And it struck me. I was sitting on 250 poems. So I took one of them called Here I Am. I retweaked it and I put it into AI. What came out blew my mind. All of a sudden, everybody that I knew wanted to listen to the verses that I had written 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago. AI didn't replace me. It gave me something else, a new platform to put my work, which was mine, out there. So I want you to know that AI doesn't replace us. It amplifies us. Okay, it reflects what we are thinking, what we are feeling, and it doesn't replace us. It just amplifies us. And that's how I see it. So in learning and development, okay, use AI to understand people, understand cultures, context, okay? And here I want to give you another example. And I call it the lotus for various reasons. So in the last job that I was doing, I had a young man join our group. He was actually my manager. He was supposedly the subject matter expert on governance and enterprise architecture. He knew his stuff. He did, to be fair to him. But he had no skills to talk to people. He had no skills to impart that knowledge onto people. So everything that he said, intentionally or not, came across as being very dictatorial. And it was always his way or the highway. So when he was talking to people in Indonesia and Malaysia and India and so forth, he was saying, no, this is not how you do it, and this is not right. This is not right. You need to read this and so on and so on. And he came across very unempathetic. So people didn't want to talk to him. They tried to avoid talking to him. And if they had to talk to him, it was purely transactional. What was the point in him having all this knowledge, possibly one of the first and only people in APAC to have that knowledge, if he couldn't connect with people? And if he couldn't connect with people, how could he bring what he has to the table? Have you faced something like this? If it is, I want you to make a note of it. I want you to think how you connect with people from here before you share what's up in here. Now, the new learning architecture. This is just a quick slide. Personalize AI, okay, to tailor make each subject that you have for the different sort of people, okay. It has to get them ready, not just provide them with a skill set. And readiness, I believe, comes from here. Skills might come from here. Create, give them the ability to use AI to recreate what you've trained them, what they've learned. Because they might want to interpret what they've learned and understood from you in a totally different way and take it to a colleague in the way that they want to. And they can use AI for these things, okay? Empathy analytics. A friend of mine has always talked about analytics. When I put up a post on LinkedIn, he says, have you looked at the analytics? And I was like, why? He said, you got to understand what sort of demographic people are reading your post, what age group, which industries they come from. So you know who your target audience are. In that similar way, I have then said, you've got to understand the empathy of the people that you are associating with. And finally, it has to be an integrated learning journey, okay? That has to combine both tech and reflection. I'm going to give you another example here now. I call it the IT School of Excellence. It wasn't my idea. So when I was in the Middle East, my boss, the CIO of Africa and Middle East, was based out of South Africa. So I was there with him, and one Saturday afternoon, we were having a meal and a beer, and he said, from what I've understood of you, he said, I want to give you a special task. I was like, okay. He said, you know what? He said, I see you're filled with empathy and you care about people. He said, I feel the same. He said, so I'm going to ask you to create something called the IT School of Knowledge. And he said, we have zero budget. It's not on our budget. So he said, be creative, think of what you can do, think of what you can bring onto the platform, and it should be open to everybody in IT within the Middle East and the African continent. I felt excited about it. I slept over it, and then I came up with an idea, and I wanted to talk to him about it. He said, no. He said, I don't want to know about it. I just trust you. So we were using Skype in those days. I sent an invite out to every IT person in the Middle East and Africa. And I got one person from Saudi, in fact, to talk about a project that we had done in Saudi, which we were really proud of, an IT project. And he came on the call and he spoke to all his counterparts about a project the good, the bad, what were the learnings, what were the challenges, and so forth. He had imparted his knowledge on people he didn't even know. Slowly it started building up. Every 2 weeks, I was reaching out to IT people and saying, talk to me about something. Talk to me about project management. Talk to me about the warehousing that you're an expert on, or the transport management system. Tell me about something that you did for a customer in Kenya, for example. The movement built. People felt more comfortable to come on there and talk. Some of them couldn't speak English really well, but I didn't let that be a showstopper. I went one step further. These guys were providing technology for the BD guys in retail and FMCG and telecoms and whatever. They were providing really good systems. So I went to the BD guys and said, do me a favor, can you come on one of these calls and facilitate a session about your specific sector to the IT guys? And the BD guys were fairly supportive. They went, yeah. So let's take, for example, a retail guy. The business head of retail came on a call talking to a bunch of IT guys and said, this is what retail is all about. These are some of our biggest customers that we have across Africa and Middle East. These are some of the volumes that we have. By the way, these are some of the IT challenges that I'm facing in the retail industry. Because the retail industry, basically we need technology not only to have orders, but to manage returns and so forth and so forth. And this is where it comes in. And these are some of the gaps that we are having. And then he also ended up saying, but it's fairly good though. Thank you so much, guys. But beyond that, he said, beyond IT, these are some of the challenges that we are facing in the retail industry, and we got to overcome. That was it. All of a sudden, the IT guys who were already providing this technology to the retail sector felt part of that story. And now, when the retail guy said there was a problem, it didn't come as another complaint. They realized the bigger picture. They realized where he was coming from and why it was a problem. Remember, the what and the why now was connected. So now they went into the how. And it was no longer a chore. It was no longer a support call. It was something, it was an opportunity to get something done correctly. Not just that. Remember, the BD guy said some of the other challenges, the non-tech IT challenges he had. These guys began thinking about it and saying, hey, you know what? For that challenge, maybe we can put up a SharePoint. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that. All of a sudden, they became part of that story. They were just not closing gaps. They were winning hearts and they were addressing opportunities. So what could you have taken from this as the architecture of how you can interact with people, how you can, your customers, your business, your techies, your family, your friends? Then leadership storytelling. And I think that's quite key, and I hope you're getting that gist of that in this presentation. Now, creativity is the vehicle to learning, basically. So what I want to talk to you about is creativity. Creativity anchors emotional memories. Yeah. You might think about a bad boss, a bad meeting you had, but that's going to go away in 5 or 10 years. But emotional creativity, same thing. Creates anchors in people's lives, and those are never forgotten. You might go out of touch with them. Stuff. Oh, I want to talk to you about another thing called angels and faith. Now, I'm not a photographer. I'm not a photographer at all. In fact, even today, I'm a bad photographer. I'm known to even cut off people's heads, even today. All right? But I want to talk to you about this because I want to inspire you. Because I don't want any of your shortcomings to be a showstopper to what you truly want to do in life. All right? Learning and development has to shift from tools, okay, to connections. Now, 18 years ago when I was in Dubai, I had an idea. I was talking to some people and I just had an idea. And I felt that there were angels all around us. I actually genuinely felt that there were angels all around us. We just don't see them. So I called friends. These are all my friends in the photograph. And I choreographed a shoot where a lady is in a crowded street. She's dropped her belongings. There are people walking around and nobody cares. But there's an angel in the frame who's reaching out to her to help her, to make her feel good. Now, as I said, it's a really bad photograph. 18 years later, I still believe there are angels around us. I still believe that there are angels around us, and I believe that unknowingly we are angels to people at any given moment. I truly believe that. I'm not a religious person, but I believe this. I'm very spiritual, but I believe that. So 18 years later, using AI, I created this. This is the same concept. It's a crowded street, somewhere maybe in the West. Lots of people. There's a lady who's dropped her belongings, scattered all over. People are just in a hurry to get to work. But there's an angel there who's reaching out to help, to comfort her. What's changed? The human being is the same. What's changed is the AI and the technology. Now, I want to motivate you to utilize AI in the future. I'm developing my next film, and I'm not going to go into my experiences with the film industry. I've met some amazing guys. They're all students of film school. I'm the only non-film school person on the set, and but you know what? I'm learning from them. I'm trusting them. I'm letting them take my vision and execute it in technical ways that I don't even know. Right? I'm now using AI as my script editor, because every time I write a script, I would send it as a PDF to 5 different people. And depending on what sort of a day they're having, fighting with their spouses, kids are giving them a hard time, bad day in traffic, I would usually get a very distorted reaction. I'm now using ChatGPT. I put it into ChatGPT. I say, here's a new film. It's about blah, 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 blah. This is my target audience. I want it to be funny, but deep in philosophy, for example. Tell me what I can do better. That's my last question. Tell me what I can do better. What is it? What are the gaps? What are the areas for improvement? And within seconds, ChatGPT comes out to me non-emotional and tells me what I need to know. So I'm still looking for validation from the experts. My expert has changed. That's it. Okay? Machines don't make us. Example of my music and my photo exhibition. They expand human expression. I want you to really pay attention to that. They expand human expressions. And in a minute you're going to see, I don't have a studio, I don't have lights, I don't have heavy gears. No, I don't. And I want you to take that away, because you have everything that you need today, either on Amazon or just on the computer or the laptop that you're working on. All right? Learning must express truth. Be truthful. Be truthful to your art. Don't say, oh, you know what, I'm going to write a song. Oh, but you know what? Only this kind of music is what the youngsters listen to. Nah. Write something, create something that's truthful to you. If it's truthful, you will find an audience. Maybe not 1,000 people, maybe just 100, but that's good enough. Because those 100 people will touch their lives. They'll remember your song. They'll create memories. The other 1,000 people will be very short-spanned. So what I want you to do is to scan this QR code, and I humbly request you to It takes you to tagorealmeida.com, which is my website, and it tells you all the different things I'm working on. And I want you to go to it not for any other reason, but just to motivate you to do anything that you want to do in life, whether it's professionally or personally. I want you to see how I'm using technology so that you can, without even telling me, without telling anybody if you don't want to, get inspired, get motivated to do what you want to do. So you can scan that QR code, please. I'm moving to the next slide. Now, the future of learning. I talked about the architecture, but here, teach with heart, create with AI, and grow as humans. If we can't get this wrong, if we can't get this right, if we get it wrong, we've lost the plot. We've got to teach with heart. We've got to impart with heart. Create with AI and technology. And we've got to remain growing as human beings. L&D's role is to enable enlightenment, not just efficiency. And the new literacy is collaboration, with AI staying deeply human. To each one of us now, this is going to get very personal, by the way. Personal to me, but I'm imparting it on you because I want you to know everything about this story. So we might not be perfect, and we don't need to be. Okay? We could even be fractured in some ways. But I came across an image in my early teens, shared with me by a very good friend who still is a very close friend. And I would like this image to be on my tombstone. Tagore Almeida, forget when I was born, when I died, who cares? But I want this image to be on my tombstone. And that is what I want to share with you right now. Broken crayons still color. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what's happening. You're still the angel in this world. To your spouse, to your kids, to your siblings, to your parents, to your neighbors, you're still the angel. You don't need to be perfect. You could be fractured. And this became very important to me 7 years ago because of this. Oh, that's a picture of me, by the way. And let's address the elephant in the room. I did have a ponytail. Yeah, I did. So, that's me. Now, you don't need a studio. This is the same place that I'm sitting in right now. This is my Springfield, and I'll tell you why I call it Springfield. All I have in there is my computer, and that's me working on my photo exhibition. Is I have my computer, I have a light, I have a mic, I have speakers. That's my guitar on the wall, which I play every now and again. It's got pictures of my heroes like Bob Marley, John Lennon, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Charlie Chaplin. Okay, I've got a vision board which my 15-year-old daughter created with me at the beginning of the year, and she said, "Dado, you better have it." I was like, "Okay, boss." I still have DVDs. These are DVDs which some of them I've bought, but most of them have been gifted to me by the people who have made these films. And even though those people who have made these films no longer have their own DVDs because it's all streaming, I have stayed emotional to the DVDs because they matter to me. People have given me a gift of something they have created. How can I replace it with streaming? Mark my words, one day all these streaming channels are going to go down and you're going to call me up to watch a movie. Trust me. I'm a big fan of the Beatles. I'm a big fan of John Lennon especially. So this is my Springfield. And I say it's my Springfield because secretly, I wish I was part of this family. This is the family that I love, adore, and I want to be a part of. So that's why my den is called my Springfield. Nothing special, just me. I'm still in a wheelchair. Yep, and I don't have a ponytail. So here is how I see each one of you. So very secretly, I managed to get some photographs of you. Don't ask me how. Warning, I'm a bad photographer, so if I've cut off your heads or something, please don't blame me. But this is how I see each one of us. And it's gonna work. I want you to take a moment. And I want you to write in the chat, what's the first impression that you see when you see this image? Because that's how I see you. So take your time, put something in the chat. We're going to go through all of them at the end of my presentation, by the way. AI, technology, robots are marching forward in this world. AI is helping me create photography, music, and whatnot. But at the front of it all is us humans. Because those robots will never have wings. They will never have something that we possess here in our hearts. So I still see each one of us as an angel. And we have to be leading this march with technology, AI, robots following us. Okay, I'm going to do another small exercise now. So if you stop writing, I want to share something here. I'm going to show you a clip. I think it's a 60-second or 45-second teaser of my next film. I want you to pay attention to two things. I think there's 5 or 6 characters in the film, but there are 2 women. There are just 2 women, and you'll see them obviously when you see them. I want you to note down what ethnicity do you think they come from. Not nationality, because nationalities today are very deceiving. I want you to think of what ethnicity background these people come from. Okay, so please bear with me. Here we go.
Maybe you didn't know, but now you do. And what you do from here on is your assignment.
Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to write in the chat the answer of the ethnicity of those 2 women. Pratibha, can you just read some of the responses, please?
Yes, Dominic. So Jenny said it's Asians.
Interesting. Safe, but interesting. Yes. Anybody else?
Bikash is saying the happiness.
Okay. If there isn't anyone, then let me reveal what this is.
Answer is saying, sorry, go ahead.
Please go on, please.
Answer is saying it's South Asian, and Vikas Kumar is saying expressions.
Okay. So the ethnicity of all these people, by the way, yeah. Now I'm going to tell you the 2 women, and all of the people in there are just a creation of my imagination. They're all AI generated. The next film that I'm working on is my first AI film called The Assignment. It's a script that was sitting in my drawer for like, I don't know, a decade and a half. And I knew that I wanted to make it when I had people who connected with it emotionally. And today I'm the only living person on the whole film. So I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the music, I'm doing this everything. In the bargain, I've learned JSON. So I'm talking to AI using JSON. I'm using tools like Google Whisk, I'm using Google Flow and everything else. And I'm doing that in a wheelchair, seated in my Springfield, by the way. Now, the key takeaways. To this, my second last slide. I hope that you realize that the future of learning belongs to those who can connect the most and not just those who can teach and learn the most. Please understand that. Empathy with technology will create transformation. Everyone's talking digital transformation and the thing is technology. No. Transformation, empathy is the key part of the whole thing. All right. Technologies must meet soul. The world doesn't need efficient leaders. It needs enlightened ones. Is there an opportunity for us here? I think so. And when learning becomes human again, we don't just address skill gaps, we open hearts. Remember my story about the IT School of Excellence, the BD guys in retail. That's an example. We don't need efficient leaders and learners. We need people who can connect. Remember the Lotus story? And so forth. Technologies must meet soul. My last slide. This is something that I live by all the time, by the way. I might not be able to change the world, but I will definitely touch the lives of the people that I meet. I believe that. I've always believed that. Bottom right is a QR code. And I don't know why, but I'm letting you all have this QR code. And that connects, if you want, with me directly on my WhatsApp. Okay? Just connect with me. That's it. When I was a student in London, I created something called the Uncultured Company, which Pratibha was telling you all about. Its basically tagline was one world, one faith, one race, one color, just a different face. That's how I see the world. I don't know why people don't see that. Because if they did, we wouldn't have hatred, we wouldn't have wars, we wouldn't have jealousy. Maybe I'm being naive. I grew up in Goa, by the way, very hippie land. So I want all of you to connect with me. And if you connect with me on WhatsApp, you could be the first to review my AI debut album that's coming out sometime in the next few weeks. I'm already on Spotify as Tagore Almeida. I've already dropped, I think, 4 songs. So you can listen to my singles. You can view my photo exhibition that is getting dropped in Q1 of next year. I'm planning to do it physically in Singapore, but I'm also then taking it virtually so the rest of the world can view it. There are going to be 24 photographs, each one of them telling a story about angels being all around us. And these are everyday situations. More importantly also, but equally importantly rather, you can talk to me about how AI and technology can be used in your organization. I would even love to invite you for the premiere of my film. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it, and I hope that by the middle of next year, I'm going to do a physical premiere in Singapore. And if you're not in Singapore, I'm going to do a virtual premiere. And on the AI photographs, by the way, I'm struggling with wanting to create NFTs. So if anybody of you could help me with that, I would love it. Most importantly of all, connect with me to touch lives together. I am Tagore. I'm very privileged and very honored to have been able to spend this time with you, and thank you for giving me your time. I'm now going to hand over the floor back to Pratibha, so you can now ask any questions that you might have, Pratibha.
Thank you so much for this amazing and insightful session, Dominic. Today was a roller coaster journey for all of us. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot and been inspired to do the amazing things in their life. So, if you have any questions in the meantime, please drop them in the chat box. We are running out of time, so we'll not be able to take the more questions, but we'll be happy to cover as many as we can. Meanwhile, would you like to give any final comments, Dominic?
Stay human. Use technology. That's all I have to say. You are the angel in the world today.
Thank you so much for your comments. So, as I told you guys that we are running out of timing, so we'll not be able to take as much as questions. So if you have any questions, okay, we have one from Vikas. How do you see AI footprint in the human life?
Do you remember Vikas? Thanks for the question. Remember the image I showed about the angel walking ahead and AI and the robots walking behind? That's how I see AI. That's how I see technology. It's going to amplify the human heart, the human soul, the human voice. And really, that's what we should be using it for.
Jenny wants to know, maybe we can connect with you through LinkedIn instead.
Of course, Jenny, connect to me through LinkedIn, through WhatsApp. You've got all of my QR codes, which I've shared. I would love to connect. I would love to connect. And I would love to have you in my world and be part of your world.
So adding on to that, I am also sharing Dominic's LinkedIn ID into the chat box for your convenience, guys. So you can connect with him directly over there too. And now we have to move on to the next event. So just allow me a minute to share my.
Thank you.
So these are the certificate which we are giving to our participants. So if you feel that you guys are ready to get the learning and development certificate, you guys can go onto our website and you can opt for it. We are also providing the complimentary discount code for our participant, which will give you a 20% off for the certificate. So I'm sharing the coupon code as well into the chat box for your convenience. Do make sure you guys are grabbing this offer, because this offer is for a very limited time of period, and this offer is only for our participants who are joining into our webinar. And before wrapping up the session, I wanted to make an announcement regarding the utility tool which I have launched for you guys. So I'm really sorry, Vikas, but what I'll share you contact person email ID. Her name is Aditi. You can connect with her regarding the event certification details and everything. Thank you so much for the question, Vikas, though. So moving ahead, the utility tool, what benefit you can get from this. So let me share you very quickly. So this is your chance to make your LinkedIn profile stand out in front of the recruiters and HR for your job hunting. So what you can do, you can log in into this utility tool by using your LinkedIn ID and password, and it will access your complete LinkedIn profile. And according to that, for which job you're aiming and the designation and everything, it will give you a complete assessment to changing your LinkedIn profile, like your profile photo recommendation, your bio recommendation, your experience management recommendation, and everything. So make sure you guys are grabbing this spot to standing out into the job hunting journey. Also, we have a complimentary coupon code for our participants who are joining with us in our learning journey. And by using this complimentary coupon code, you will get the 100% discount for using this utility tool. So make sure you're grabbing this offer as well, because this is also for a very limited time of offer, and this is only for our participant as well. So these are the few sessions I wanted to announce before wrapping up. So we have this, we are conducting other sessions on, we are going to do the other session in upcoming week also. And these are the experience panel, expert panel we have lined up for you. So make sure you're grabbing the session on upcoming week also at 9:30 a.m. CST, 10:30 p.m. SGT, and 8 p.m. IST. We are also conducting ISO 42001 and ISO 27001 webinar as well. This is also going to be from 3rd November to 21st November at 9:30 a.m. CST, 10:30 p.m. SGT, and 8 p.m. IST. And we are also conducting GSDC AI Studio solving coaching and learning challenges with Gen AI, which is going to be conducting in upcoming week as well at 7:30 a.m. CST, 8:30 p.m. SGT, and 6 p.m. IST. And I am going to host one more session after this, which is called AI Implementation Series, 100 Days AI Tool Challenge. So these are the panel we have lined up for you for upcoming week, 10 to 14th November at 1:30 a.m. CST. Sorry, I'm really sorry. There is a little bit mistake in that. So 10:30 a.m. CST, 12:30 a.m. SGT, and 10 p.m. IST, 12:30 a.m. EST. And these are the today's session I'm going to hold an AI tool challenge after this session at 10 p.m. IST, 10:30 p.m. CST, and 11:30 a.m. EST. Make sure you guys are grabbing this as well. In this challenge, we are making a hands-on webinar series for managers and professionals like you. We are giving you the demonstration on a daily life, professional life, which you can use it. We are introducing to every tool from AI courses pilot to NATN to Grow AI to ChatGPT to Agentic AI and everything. So make sure you guys are grabbing this insightful sessions as well. And now it's time to celebrate our referral champions. So we have a three top participant, Bhanu Durgesh, E and Avinash Kumar. Congratulations to all three of you. Keep the momentum going. You can also be part of the referral championship. So what you have to do, if any of your peers, colleague, friends wants to join for any of our webinar, you can refer them via the registration link which you will find on our GSDC website. So once you hit a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a $400 gift certification voucher. And if you want to be one of our speaker for learning capsules, for webinar, for podcast, please do reach out to us at pratibha@gsdccouncil.org. I'll be sharing the email ID in the chat for your convenience. And these are the website where you connect with us, LinkedIn, our WhatsApp community, our website. And you can also give your feedback and your session takeaways and learning outcomes on Trustpilot. I'm also be sharing this link as well right now in the chat box for your convenience. And with that, we have come to an end of this event. Thank you so much once again, Dominic, for this amazing and insightful sessions. And thank you so much. We are very honored and pleasure to have you as speaker. And your journey seems to be inspire our participant. And I'm sure they are going to achieve the deals which they want to do after hearing your journey. And thank you so much, all of your participants, to joining into our sessions. I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon in the next week and in my upcoming session as well. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good ahead, wherever you are.